Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So how do you usually practice to playing a keyboard?
I usually practice with my teacher in my home.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Langit Al-Azhar, or you can call me Langit or Al-Azhar, up to you. I'm from 7.3, and there's my partner AILSA from also 7.3, and we're gonna talk about and debate also about forms of governments. Okay, let's get started.
I agree with democracy because democracy is an ideology or a form of government. The government is from people and also for people. The chief is a president and it's chosen by all of the citizens on that country. And the resident Indonesia have to be based on every principle and goals of Pancasila, so there isn't deviation anymore.
Okay, let's talk about the government. The government is chosen by the election, and many governments, like minister or presidents, mostly presidents, and yeah, they always, not always, usually paid the people for picking them. So it's not a good act for a president or a chief of a country. And many ministers, the communist ministers, they corrupt and do a corruption. Yeah, it's not a good act for a government. Yeah, they only get punished by 1 year or 2 years of jail, but the premium jail, and just the normal people that steal mango from their neighbors, they get punished by 2 years of normal jail, not the special jail, or even 3 years, or maybe 10, like maybe 10 million or even higher. So that's the rule is not going as well as we thought. Yeah, it's like that. That's the fact of democratic countries, especially Indonesia right now.
But if the government, like president and ministers, are good and did their jobs well and make any problems, democracy is the best form in government in this situation. Democracy also provides a method to deal with difference and conflicts.
Differences and conflicts, especially in Indonesia, many people have conflicts with other cultures, races, and even religions. For cultures, maybe the most popular one is Dayak and Maduranis and Dayanis, and that has been a long time conflicts between them. And for religions like Christians and Muslims, they usually make problems. Yeah, you know, fanatically fans for their religions, cultures, and races, and it's not good for democracy in countries. And the fact is like that now. That's a bad thing. And even and the same people in the same religion, like Muslims. In Indonesia, there are many Muslim organizations. I mean, the two biggest one is like NU or Nahdlatul Ulama and Muhammadiyah, and with many differences like Tarawih prayer, and many differences again, like agreement about Maulid Nabi, and that's differences. It will be and rarely be a conflicts between them, and Afro Muslims with to taught Afro Muslims, brothers or sisters, yeah, something like that. But usually Muslims in Indonesia make their own conflicts with people in the same religions. With the same religions, they're rare to make a conflicts with the many differences like cultures, and with different religions. Yeah, maybe it will not better, but it even worse than that. that's a fact for democratic countries now, especially in Indonesia.
But if the people have awareness and they realize that peace is the most important and conflicts have to be removed so they can socialize with the people with difference easier.
Okay, lastly, I want to give you a proof that countries without democracy is better or like slightly better than countries with democracy. The example is like China and America. You know, China with a strict government, they can build the countries well, they can develop the country as well, and like America with the free government, yeah, they can also develop the country as well. And maybe Indonesia is not the great country as them, it's not the great as America or China. So maybe that's one of the proof that democratic countries is not the best. Democratic countries or a form of the government with the democracy is not the best.
But if the government is too strict, so the people will feel unhappy. And if like in America, the people will be hard to manage. And in democracy, the people will act with what the rule, and the people will feel more happy because they could act free. But they could be managed because there's a rule that could manage their acts.
So the conclusion is every form of governments have their own minus and plus points. So it depends on the government or maybe the past form of government, because it's hard to change the form of governments. There will be demo or something like protest or complaining, a very big complaint to government by the people if they're just a form of government. So it depends on the government and the people if they can work together and build and develop the countries or their countries well, and yeah, they can work together. The countries will develop well and smooth well and maybe minimize the problems. So if the democratic country can fix their problems, yeah, there's a chance to be like China and America, that a good and developed country. So conclusion is every form of government is there are minus and plus points. So yeah, that's the conclusion. So that is the end of our debate and our talks. Hope you get it. Hope you can learn about it. Hope you can learn what we talk and think about it. And I'm sorry if there's any mistakes. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.